Hi, and welcome to your yoga practice. Today's session is all about the glutes, aka the bum. So, stretching out around the backside area, around the hips, and you will most likely need some support, some props. So please have your blocks, your cushions, your bolsters, everything nearby to support yourself through this practice. When we do go into stretching around the bigger muscles, we need to remember there are smaller muscles involved. There are other parts of the body involved, even though we're only focusing kind of on one area. And so we need to be very careful and we need to especially support the joints when we are doing work around those bigger areas. So, how is everyone doing? Let me know. Even if you're watching this on catch up, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'm just going to copy this link. Here we go. I'm sure there are a few people loading, but all good um, in the hood. Good morning, Renata. Welcome. It is race day. Vanessa, good morning. Gavin, race day, just what I needed. Oh, Gavin, I think you can enjoy today's practice. Well, enjoy. We'll see. It's going to be, if your glutes are tight, it might be an intense one for you. But I think it feels good. I don't know. I did a really nice practice, a little self practice yesterday. It was, there were an additional, let's put it this way, there were 2 more hours of load shedding than I thought there was going to be. And at that point, the whole house was dark. My phone was dead. And what to do in the darkness? Do some yoga. So I actually just got here in my little studio space and I just got on my mat and I just did a self practice. And so it was just a lot of moving, very like from an intuitive point of view, from feeling and just feeling what my body needs. Ended up in a lot of kind of hip work and glute work. So feeling very inspired for this morning's practice. And I hope you guys are too. Lorraine, good morning, Lorraine. Lovely to see your name here. Beautiful Pat, good morning and welcome. How is everyone feeling? Liesel's finally in live for a change. I need this. My legs are so stiff. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lovely to have you here live. It is the best for the Sunrise Stretch crew. I know a lot of people are. Good morning, Natalie. I know a lot of parents are running school holidays now. So maybe the chance to be at home with some time off with the kids, with the family. Um, a lot of us on our new programs. How is that going? I'd love to hear who is on Edgar's program. Pat, oh, my body is feeling the Suridom challenge. I have seen, Pat, that it is hectic. So I can imagine it'll be good to have a nice little stretch. So lovely to have you here, Lorraine. Um, I know everyone on Edgar's Challenge has been saying they need it. Felicity, good morning. Need this, loving the challenge. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Suri and Dom as well. Yeah, guys, these programs are insane. I wish, I've said this before, I wish sometimes you all could see like behind this. Well, I mean, you do pretty much see behind the scenes because what we record is what happens, or what we record is what happens. But there's really so much heart, so much love, so much passion poured into the programs and poured into the courses. It really is like what we live for. It's really what makes us feel like we're thriving. So when we get to see that the programs are not only enjoyable and motivating and inspiring, but they're actually producing the results that our clients want, that's when we're like, yay, we've won. That's amazing. So as we always say, feedback is welcome, questions are welcome, um, and yeah, surviving and thriving through this month of July. 1 week in. Good morning, Sandra. 1 week in, everyone. 1 week in. I can't believe it. Luckily, it's school holidays. I'm working from home. Perfect time for some stretching and then another dot for Team Leclerc. Yes, 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 Diesel. I am in for that. Team Leclerc for the win. I hope Domi's gonna do yoga today. Sharon, good morning. Survive and Thrive Challenge. My body's surprisingly handling it okay. Not as sore as I thought. Amazing, Sharon. Amazing, amazing. Nancy, good morning in the office. We'll do this on catch up. Need another stretch. Nancy, I hope you have a beautiful day at work and that you enjoy your stretch later. Uh, Team Leclerc for the win. Lisa Marie, good morning. Who is in what team? I want to know. How many Leclercs do we have here? Loving the Coach Jade and Coach Joe's Lit Immunity Challenge. Jade and Joe are a power team. Do you agree? Firstly, I adore the both of them. And secondly, those two push. Those two push. And I'm just, yeah, I'm actually like you guys know, I'm more of a lit girl than a hit girl. So I am actually need to put that on my bucket list to do that program at some point. At the moment, I have been focusing on a lot of yoga, especially the month of June. I did my dry June, which was amazing. So no alcohol for the month of June. I felt absolutely incredible. Not that I've like on into like wine every night. But I did on the weekend. I had a couple drinks with my family and I really felt it. I really felt it. So yeah, looking forward to staying quite clean as much as possible. Team Kravitz, ooh, Team Leclerc, Nancy, it's an amazing journey. I know it's a week in already. Team Leclerc, Felicity, amazing. We've got a lot of Team Leclerc. Sandra, Rob, ooh. I'm gonna have to speak to Team Kravitz and find out where they are. Natalie, Team Kravitz, amazing. I hope you're all logging your dots. If you forget, go back and log it, right? Um, oh yeah, all my peeps, Nancy Diesel. I don't have my buff yet, so I'm still on Exile Island. No, Gavin, whose team are you on the app? Let's try and get you that buff. Um, but welcome everyone. Amanda, Jane, Jardine, Luke, I want to say Lucas, if I pronounce that correctly. Good morning and welcome. Valencia, Team Kravitz, da, 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 da. I'm glad to see Team Kravitz here. Paolo, good morning. I feel like I'm a bit of like when it comes to like workouts and things, I'm a bit of a Switzerland. I'm like a little bit neutral because I want Team Kravitz and Team Leclerc to be at yoga. But I am deep down, I am Team Leclerc. I have to be. Ooh, exciting time coming up. You guys don't even know. Next week's going to be so much fun. Really looking forward to that. I'm just going to check our time. We've got about 3 minutes before we get going. You guys all know this is stretching for glutes and legs. So you can see I have my full array of props ready, as you can do every time you get on your mat. Have it neatly packed to the side, work neatly with your props. It's just like it's so beautiful to be organized on your mat. Not like obsessive, but like really to have respect for your mat, like cleaning your mat after you use it, packing your props neatly away and neatly beside your mat when you practice. It's just such a good way to keep the mind clear and to like not have extra clutter in your life or like be on your mat and be like, oh, my mat's actually quite dirty. It's like it's just like having that respect for your things And when we do that, it's actually so good for self-esteem, for self-confidence, and for really feeling very welcome and really looking forward to spending time on your mat and with your props because it's all kind of just like clean and ready for you. As is with making up your bed first thing in the morning. So when you get to your bed late at night, it's like, oh, open it, get in. Um, I have a electric blanket, but it's a single one because Neil cannot deal with heat. He says I'm already like a coal in the bed. So I've got my single one and I put it on like 5 minutes before I get into bed. And then I get into bed and then I switch it off. And it is like the best thing in the world. Like it doesn't have to be on for long, which is great. I'm not actually sure how much power those things use. I don't think too much. Um, but that's like been the best investment. I don't even think I bought it though. I think I got it as a gift from my parents. Anyways, it's been the best thing in the world. Janine, good morning and welcome. Right time. We've got a minute to go. Shani, good morning. Looking forward to the session. Glutes are tight from Pilates Strong program. I can imagine. Shani, all I hear when I think of Pilates is and pulse, and pulse, and pulse from Dommy, our little firecracker. Um, so yes, please have your props ready. If you don't have props, have your cushions ready. If you don't have a strap, grab a scarf, belt. Exercise bands can work, but then it needs to be like the super, super tight one. It can't be the most flexible one. That's not really gonna work. Um, and then have a last little sip of water. Mhm. And let's get started. All right, everyone, we're going to start lying down on our backs. So you can bring yourself to lie all the way down. And we'll start in constructive relaxation pose, making the feet wider than the hips. Allow the inner knees to touch and settle the lower back on the ground. So feel almost like the fleshy part of your buttocks is moving away from you. Neutral spine, both shoulder blades grounded. You can bring your hands to your lower belly. Tuck the chin, so you're lengthening in the back of the neck. Just starting to find that full body awareness as you settle into practice for the next 30 minutes. Eyes can close. And let's take 5 deep breaths together. In through the nose, feel the lower belly rise. And out through the nose, feel the lower belly sink down. 4 more in your own time. Take your time, finish those 5 breaths, and when you're done, just take a moment to set an intention for your practice, something that you can take with you off your mat into the rest of your day. And then the eyes can open. Heel toe your feet a little closer together so they're hip distance. And then let's get a little feel out for what the glutes are really feeling like. You're going to bring your thigh to your chest, bring your hand to the back of your thigh or the front of your shin. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze in here. You might already feel a bit of a lengthening. across the back line, across the buttocks. All right, release. Right leg down, switch, holding the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin. Deep breaths here. So as we just practice those 5 rounds of breath, I want you to continue breathing like that throughout your practice. Keep left leg where it is. Simply bring right leg up to join the left. We're going to move through a few little hip rolls here. So keeping the hands on the knees, or you could release the hands to the side of you. So it'll be slightly different activations, but what I want you to focus on here is that we're getting some mobility through the hips. So taking the knees away from you, splitting the legs apart, and then bringing the thighs back in. So you'll obviously get a tighter squeeze if you're holding the knees. Legs away from you, separate, and back together. But it might feel perfectly good and still getting into those areas, even if you're not using the hands. Nice. Let's go 2 more rounds in this direction. And then you'll change direction. So squeeze the thighs to chest, then separate them away from you and continue like that. The belly can be pretty relaxed. There is a slight abdominal activation here, which is really nice to stimulate the digestive system. But feeling that little bit of a rock forward and back on the lower back, the sacrum getting a bit of a massage there. All right, nice. Next time your knees come to your chest, pause. Split the knees as far apart as possible. Flex the ankles and then bring the knees into 90 degrees, moving into a happy baby. So again, the hands can hold the back of the thighs, or if you'd like to reach up, you could hold the sides of the feet. Curl the chin in. The back of the head is on the floor, upper back is on the floor, middle back is on the floor, and try and press the lower back down into the mat. All right, 2 more breaths here. And then let's extend the legs. So hands can move to the inside of the calf muscles or perhaps inside of the thighs. As you open up the legs, curl the toes down towards the floor. Getting into the inside of the legs now. And then soften back to your happy baby. All done. Keep your right leg as it is. Place your left foot down into a half bridge. And then let's move into a figure 4. So flexed right ankle on top of the left thigh. Why is it important to keep your right ankle active? Because that draws a firmness all the way through to the right knee, which means the opening is going to happen around the hip and we're not going to skew and hurt our knee joints. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you want a little more, remember you slide that left heel closer to your buttocks. You could be right on the ball of your left foot. If you want to go even deeper than that, hands behind the left thigh or perhaps the front of the left shin. We're going to take, like we started, those 5 deep breaths in this posture. Left foot can be relaxed. Finish off those couple rounds of breath. And remember, a nice alternative for this posture, if you're not wanting to hold on to the leg, is to bring the left foot against the wall, and you can get the same kind of stretch. Beautiful. Left foot down, right foot down. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a little bridge pose here as you stretch open the front line. Try and get a nice big sigh. Try get a nice big yawn. And then we'll slowly roll down from top to bottom. Bring both the legs to the chest, a nice little squeeze again, separate the knees, find your happy baby pose. Into our straddle, maybe hands hold the feet, maybe hands hold the calf muscles or the inner thighs, rotating, it's an external rotation here, and as the thighs externally rotate, the knees point down, the toes point down. Back into your happy baby. Right foot down, left ankle is flexed. You're bringing that left ankle on top of right thigh. Finding the same or a similar variation on this side as the first side, remembering the sides are most likely going to be different. And then when you're ready, take 5 deep breaths here. Let's all open the eyes so that we don't kind of disappear into the mind. Open the eyes and find a spot on the ceiling that you can focus on and take those 5 deep breaths. Well done. Place right foot down, left foot down. Take a nice lift, stretch again into your bridge pose. Lifting up through the hips. Feet are parallel. If you want, you can take a little lift of the heels here, just taking that stretch a little further. And then slowly roll the spine down. Keep your arms above you, lower your heels if they were lifted. Interlace the fingers if possible. Bring the hands behind the head. If this isn't possible, keep your arms out to the side. You're going to get the same stretch. You're still going to get that opening in the chest, in the armpits. Slowly bring your thighs to your chest. And then we're going to take a little roll onto the right hip, moving into a twist. Getting into the side body now, the line from the armpit to the hips, or to the hip on the left. And come back through to center. Take it over to your second side. Well done. Come back through to center. And then we're going to come onto all fours. So if you'd like, roll over to the side. Otherwise, you can rock forward, cross over your knees, and come onto all fours, tabletop position. From tabletop, taking a nice child's pose. So bringing big toes to touch, separate the knees, sit the buttocks back towards the heels, and creep your arms forward, release forehead down. Nice. Bringing yourself up onto all fours. Bring the knees under the hips. Hips stay above the knees. Dog stretch. As you reach your arms forward, wrap your outer shoulders down. So we get a little bit into the chest here. Keep a little tuck of the tailbone, lengthen the spine. Beautiful. Press firmly into the hands and lift. Bring your hands back. Moving into a downward dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back. Knees can stay quite bent for this first round. And then just pedal out the legs here, getting into the back line, into the calf muscles. You'll feel that run all the way up the back line of the legs. Nice full deep breaths. Really send that heel down to the floor as you pedal. I like to press into the opposite hand. So if the left heel is lowering, I press into my right hand, and same on the other side. All right, nice coming to stillness. We're going to step our right foot forward between the hands. If you can't step it in one go, take your foot halfway, reach your ankle, assist yourself to step through and lower the left knee down. So we're going to get into the front of that left thigh, preparing us for our pigeon pose. Reaching both arms up, take a full breath in. Let's just open the chest here for a moment as you draw the elbows back. Soften the arms down to the floor. Little lunge as you take your right foot out to the side, hands to the inside. You could stay here on your hands. If you need some extra support, you could be up on your blocks. You could be on your elbows or your forearms on your blocks. Some of you might be all the way down on the elbows. 5 full breaths here. Well done. Finish your first breaths, come back. Again, you might need to be on your blocks, hands either side of the front foot. We're going to move into a pyramid pose variation. So back knee is going to lift. Feel like you're scissoring your inner thighs together, moving to extend that front leg and soften forward. Back into your lunge. And then quite a bit of movement here in the hips as we move to face the other side of our mat. So you're going to move all the way to your left, changing the rotation of the hips. Lower your right knee down. Press firmly into that left foot as you bring the arms up. Again, let's just open the chest for a moment as you bend the elbows, lift the heart. And then bring the hands down to the floor. It's your runner's lunge. You're taking the left foot out to the side so that the left foot and left knee are in alignment with this new external rotation of the left hip. Find the same position as you did in your first side on your second side. 5 full breaths. Alright, and then you'll come back onto your hands when you're done. Left foot in. Remember, you might be all the way up on your blocks here. It's that pyramid pose variation. Lift your back knee and start to extend that front leg. Back into your lunge. And then all the way across to your right. Let's step back for a downward facing dog. Nice long dog here. You might have both heels sinking down into the mat, drawing rib cage in, lower belly up. And we'll prepare for our pigeon pose. So moving forward, bringing your right knee behind your right wrist. Take your left foot a little further back. And then your right foot is going to go over to the left. So take that foot across as much as you like. You can lower your left knee down. This front foot, this front ankle could move forward if your hips are really open, finding that shin parallel to the floor. You can see for me to get my shin parallel to the floor, I've got to skew my hips a lot. So I'm going to bring my right shin more diagonal. That allows me to come on top of that right shin and find integrity in the pelvis. And I'm still getting the opening here. Back toes untucked. You can have a little look at that foot. Make sure the leg is straight. Top of the foot is in the mat. This is where you might need a cushion or you might need some blocks. If this right buttock is super high off the ground, pop something in underneath it. Here again, you might rest on your yoga blocks. Okay. You might take yourself all the way forward and down. Try and make sure that you're not kind of falling over to the right or falling over to the left. Try find a nice stable position and switch on the breath. So just find a position that works good. You don't want to be feeling any pain here. Discomfort, yes. Ease, yes. But not pain. Let's do another 2 full rounds of breath here. Press firmly into your hands, lift up. If you have something underneath your buttocks on the right, just move it to the side so that you can come onto that right hip, swing that left leg all the way forward and in front of you. I'm just going to show you from the front. We're going to flex the ankles, take the feet as far apart from one another as you can so that you're crossing at the shins. If you've got really open hips, you could keep that left ankle flexed, place it on top of the right knee and readjust so that you're stacking fire log pose. If you've got a big gap here, I would suggest putting something in between the knee and the foot. Otherwise, rather working with me, at the shins, both ankles flexed. We're going to draw both arms up, inhale. Just take a little twist to your right, right hand behind you, left hand across as you exhale. Look forward, inhale, both arms up. Twist to your left. Full breath out. Look forward, inhale, arms up, and then take a forward fold. Maybe you're on elbows, maybe you're on hands. Pull the chin all the way in and you should feel this outer buttocks. See if your head can become a little heavier. Alright, and then let's bring ourselves back. So you should still be facing the short edge of your mat. Going to meet in downward dog. So again, if you can rock over the knees, feet behind you, step back, perfect. Otherwise, you can simply take your feet to one side, bring yourself back onto all fours, and find your downward facing dog. All right, second side, left knee behind left wrist, taking the left ankle to the right, stepping that right foot slightly back, and then coming onto the top of that right foot, having a look back, making sure the foot is pressing down. And then if you need to, place a cushion, place two cushions underneath the left buttocks. Let's just take a little lift of the chest first so you find length coming up out of the posture. And when you're ready, you'll take yourself forward and down. Two more breaths. Can you soften your facial expression, soften your jaw, your throat, shoulders? Beautiful. And then slowly bring yourself up. Again, if you've got props under the left buttocks, move them to the side. Roll onto the left and bring the right leg in front of you. I'm going to show you from the front again. We're going to cross the ankles, flex the ankles, cross the legs. Take the feet nice and far apart. So the knees become narrower and closer to one another. This is going to get us a little deeper into those outer hips. And then, of course, you can stack. If you did so on the first side, you can stack on the second side, looking to stack the shins. But please, like we did in our figure 4, keep this top ankle flexed so that you're protecting that right knee, making sure that you're not kind of buckling in this top ankle to be able to get into the posture. Let's take both arms up, inhale. Little side switch this time as you bring left fingertips to the floor, reach right arm across. And then we're actually going to roll that right shoulder forward. Maybe you bring your fingertips to the floor, you twist to look behind. Reverse, right arm up. Bring both arms up and switch. Right hand down. First, just reaching up and over. And then rolling left shoulder down. Maybe you come onto fingertips or palm, looking over to your right. Looking forward, left arm up. Bring yourself all the way up, inhale, and then we'll take our forward fold. Nice, slowly come all the way up. Again, you should still be facing the short edge of your mats. Going to uncross the legs, feet out in front of you, and then just slowly make sure your strap is close by. Slowly roll the spine all the way down. Bring both thighs to chest, and then just raise legs and arms up to the sky, just letting them drain for a moment, and then slow little circles of the ankles and the wrists. All right. Then we're going to bend the knees into 90 degrees. Flex the ankles. And we're going to cross the legs. So see if you can get your legs to cross. This might be enough for you. You might feel like, oh, okay, I'm going to squeeze that right knee over the left as much as I can. So if you want to go a little deeper, you're going to take your right foot to the left and your left foot to the right. You might hold on to your shins. You might reach for the outer edge of the feet. Try get the lower back to go back down to the floor. So deep stretch into the right buttocks this one. Make sure you're not gritting in your teeth or scrunching in the face. Take a little smile perhaps for a moment. Let go of the intensity, not holding on to it. Beautiful release. And we'll switch. Knees at 90, ankles flexed. Left over right. Perhaps staying here. Maybe holding on to shins. Maybe holding on to the outer edges of the feet. But try keep those knees at 90 and keep those ankles flexed. All done and release. Take your strap for a moment. Strap the balls of the feet, extend the legs up to the sky, and just get a nice little opening in the back of the legs while we let the legs drain. And then we'll release. Just bend the knees. Strap to the side. Give yourself a little squeeze. Take a full body stretch as you reach your feet forward, your arms back. Reach nice and long. Then just let everything relax completely onto the mat for a moment. And if you're able to stay here a little longer, please feel free to stay exactly as you are. If you need to move, the knees can bend, feet on the mat, and you're going to take a little rock over to your side, bring yourself all the way up. Find a seat. One hand and the other across the heart as you close your eyes. We take a moment just to close our practice by bringing the intention that you set in the beginning of class back into your awareness. Feeling it in your heart, feeling it in your body, knowing that you'll take that intention off your mat into the rest of your day. And opening the eyes when you're ready. Well done for getting on your mat. I'm always available for questions. If you struggled with the posture, if you're not sure if you're doing it right, if you need help, if you're not sure about prop usage, please reach out, send me a message. You're also welcome to pop an image on the yoga meditation group or perhaps send to me, and we can chat about alignments, those kinds of things. It's what I'm here for. So lovely to have those of you here live with me who are live. Thank you for joining. Oh, got some Vus yoga hair going on here. Lisa Marie, I'm so glad that you enjoyed that. Well done. Groot plezier. Sandra, great session, amazing. How does everyone's bums feel? That's what I want to hear. Pamela struggled with a lot. Oh, Pamela, is your body tight from too many workouts? I can imagine. I think everyone working really hard. Liesel, such a pleasure. How does everyone's bums feel? Please, is your bum stretched? Legs are nice and jelly now. Oh, Gavin, isn't that the best feeling in the world? It's like, oh, feels so loose. Sharon, such a pleasure. Well done, everyone. Go log your session. Valencia, such a pleasure. Pat, much love. Go log your session. Get your dots in, Team Kravitz, Team Clerk. Um, well done, everyone. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed that. Remember, every Thursday is yoga. It's your rest day. It's just time to be here and relax. Bum feels much better. Yay! Bum is feeling warm and open. Yay! Good. That's what today was about. Glute stretch super stiff. Renata, I know that you've been working hard. And remember, your glutes aren't necessarily just tight from working out. But if you're sitting long periods of time in front of computers, um, driving, those kinds of things, it is all going to affect the tightness of your body. So it's really so important to get on the mat, look at our flexibility, look at our mobility. And it's not just, the point isn't that we can do the splits on our mats, right? The point is that we can move with ease throughout the rest of our day. We can bend down to pick up our baby, or we can reach up to get something off the cupboard. It's being able to move with ease throughout our day and not have, constant pain or discomfort. Yeah, preventative medicine. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. And I will see you next Thursday. Much love.